This is the first student-led live broadcast in the nation, bringing you the best stories and sports since 1970. We are CHS Today.
Good morning, Spartan Nation, and welcome to today's newscast. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Kendall.
And now it's time for CHS Today. In our top story, an Indian man, Benjamin Ritchie, 45, has been on death row for 20 years after being involved in a fatal shooting of a police officer. He is set to receive a lethal injection on Tuesday for the state's second execution in 15 years. Indiana resumed executions in December after the U.S. had a pause because of scarcity of lethal injection drugs. Ritchie stole a van in Beech Grove and fired 4 shots at Tony during a foot chase. When this happened, he was on probation for a burglary. Tony had been an officer for 2 years and was one of about 30 officers to be killed in the line of duty. Relatives of Tony spoke out at a clemency hearing, urging for the execution to move forward. Ritchie's lawyers fought to get the sentence removed, but ultimately failed.
In our next top story, the Israel Defense Forces have ordered residents of Khan Yunis to evacuate as it prepares to launch an unprecedented attack. People were ordered to move toward western Gaza in one of the largest evacuation orders issued by the Israeli military in recent months. This comes after the IDF launched a major new Gaza offensive on Saturday named Operation Gideon's Chariots. Hospitals have said more than 100 people have been killed in this area in the last 24 hours.
Seniors and all students not returning to CHS next fall need to turn in their Chromebooks and chargers sometime this week. They may keep them through to Thursday if necessary, but once they are done using them, they should bring them up to the Media Center. If they have lost their Chromebook, the charge is $300. If they have lost or destroyed their charger, the replacement cost is $25. We will not be charging for damaged case or stylus. They may bring a check made out to FCSC or cash to cover any necessary charges. Let's hear from Ms. Giesting about all that you need to know.
Well, just a quick reminder as the school year comes to a close, first of all, library books are due, like today, Friday. So if you didn't bring it today, bring it Monday, but we've got to have them back. If you are one of the readers who really wants to keep your book, we'll check it in. We'll keep it. I'll put it on a shelf and then I'll give it back to you. You can come by Wednesday or Thursday next week and check out books for the summer. As long as you're gonna, come back here in the fall, you can do that if you're a reader. But I still need the books back to begin with so I can inventory them and check them in and all that kind of good stuff. Second of all, if you are a reader, make sure you have one of our 25 and 25 cards so you can keep track of that. We've got several that have been turned in already, but we're still collecting those. And if you're close, or even if you're not, you might read 25 over the summer and give them to us in the fall. Again, this is 25 books in the year 2025, so you still have lots of time left for that. If you are a senior or are not returning next year, you need to give me your Chromebook sometime next week. So I really don't want them before Wednesday, but Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you're done. And I need the Chromebook and I need the charger. And if you don't have the Chromebook, it's $300, cash or check. If you don't have the charger or the charger is destroyed, it's $25, cash or check made out to Fayette County School Corporation, FCSC. So gotta have those back. Got to have the books back. If you want to check out books, you can. Summer reading. Have a good one.
All books were due last Friday. Teacher books will be renewed for the summer. Students wanting to keep books for the summer need to bring the book back and then they can pick it up again on Wednesday or Thursday. Students wanting to check books out for the summer can stop by Wednesday or Thursday.
Attention junior ECHS students, if you plan to take any Ivy Tech online dual credit courses, please see Mr. Thompson this week.
Attention juniors and sophomores, if you're playing in Splash and Assassin, your money is due tomorrow to any of the following: Ella Austin, Gage Schaefer, or Olivia Becker. If you have any questions, please reach out to one of them. More information will be on the Instagram account at CHS_Splashin_2025.
The mixer was last Friday. Let's see what everyone did.
Oh
Attention all students, no off-road or non-street legal vehicles are allowed to be driven to school on the last day of school. Also, students who have a valid driver's license can drive to school. If you want more information, see the SRO.
On this day in 1967, one of the first major treaties designed to limit the spread of nuclear weapons went into effect as the Soviet Union ratifies an agreement banning nuclear weapons from outer space. The United States, Great Britain, and several dozen other nations had already signed and ratified the treaty. The agreement was another step toward limiting nuclear weapons.
Lunch for tomorrow is a whole grain biscuit with sausage gravy, tater tots, a pork sausage patty, and scrambled eggs. Other options include a crispy chicken patty, a chicken corn dog, and seasoned fries.
How will our weather look for the last week of school, JC?
I don't know, guys. Let's find out. At 5 p.m., it will be cloudy and 74 degrees. At 10 p.m., it will be 67 degrees. And at 7 a.m., it will be rainy and 56 degrees. Now on a 3-day. On Tuesday, we'll see a 93% chance of storms with a high of 68 and a low of 59. On Wednesday, we'll see a little bit of sun with a high of 63 and a low of 50. And on Thursday, it will be cloudy and cool down to 58 degrees and a low of 46 degrees. That's all for weather. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, JC.
And now on to Preston with our Spartan Nation sports.
Thanks, guys. The varsity golf team placed second in the EIAC conference tournament. Although the Spartans did not have 3 golfers each all-conference, junior Logan Young completed his round with 81, tied for 3rd overall. Junior Aiden Gibbs came in 5th, finishing with an 83, and senior Coney Thomas tied for 12th with an 87. Connorsville will play in its last home match of the year today as their host, Shelbyville. It'll be a senior night for the Spartans as they honor their lone senior, Cody Thomas. Varsity softball took home the championship trophy at the Spartan Rumble tournament in Game 1. They beat Hagerstown 3-1. Taylon Selby pitched all 7 innings with 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Bree Brock and Selby each had 2 hits, while Brock, Green, and Spurlock each drove in a run. Key hitters included Brock going 2 for 3 with 1 RBI, Rubel going 1 for 3, and Selby going 2 for 3, and Green with 1 RBI. Then in Game 2, the Spartans took down Easter Hancock 7-4. Selby pitched another complete game, striking out 5. The bats stayed hot with Green and Rubel both driving in 2 runs, and players like Brock and Green going 1 for 2, Rubel going 2 with 2 RBIs. Josie Selby, Courtney Carbon, and Alyssa Lovins all stepping. The Lady Spartans went 2-0 on the day. They are next in action tonight at the home in a doubleheader against Lawrenceburg and Batesville. On Saturday, May 17th, the junior varsity competitors traveled to South Dearborn to participate in the JV EIAC meet. The top finishers for the Spartans were Chloe Mitchell, 7th in the 100 in the long jump, and Daniel and 5th in the hurdles. Emily Bishop's 1st in shot put, Sarah Grimm 2nd in discus, and Reagan Sherwood 8th in discus. Hannah Rope 7th in pole vault, and the 4x100 relay team of Bishop, Daniels, Rope, and Taylor placed 6th. The team is next in action this Tuesday at the ISA at East Central. Sports action for tonight is varsity softball home at 5:30 against Lawrenceburg, then against Batesville, boys golf at home against Shelbyville, and baseball at home for senior night at 6 against Greensburg. Girls tennis at home against East Central at 6:30. Sports action for tomorrow is JV softball at Beech Grove at 6 and girls track sectionals at East Central at 6. That's all for sports. Now back to the desk for birthdays.
Thank you, Preston. Birthdays for today are Carly Buckles and Zach Eilers.
Birthdays for tomorrow are Maddie Weston, Elizabeth Heiss, and Jackson Waddle.
Happy birthday. I'm Lexi.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Preston.
I'm JC.
And that's all for CHS Today.